you are important, all right? You're half of this show, you fucker. Don't you ever fucking forget that, or I'll fucking kill you.
Oh.
Right.
Oh!
Totally original Let's Play!
Hey everybody, welcome back to motherfucking Totally Original Motherfucking Let's Play. Welcome back to Total Original Let's Play. God, I've got so many different... Yep, this is the boss. I've got so many different fucking things that I do, right?
Dude, you do so many things. I've seen
You ever think about that?
I've seen you go to sleep.
You could put a lot of these
eat.
things on a t-shirt.
I've seen you take a shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I hope that happens.
Yeah, I've seen you take a shit on a t-shirt.
No. One of these days, all right, if we get super popular and, you know, we make public appearances.
Yeah, in public.
Yeah, and you want to come meet us.
Yeah.
Man, I would love it if you fucking said some of this shit back to me.
Oh my god, there's a woman inside there.
Yeah, dude. Like, I would not mind at all if you walked up. Like, I'm sure that, you know, like, David Hayter gets annoyed when people walk up to him and go, I kept you waiting, huh? And he's like, shut the fuck up, dude. Like, just shut up, dude. Just fucking shut up. You know? Like, I mean, David Hayter's great. He's a cool stand-up guy. But I'm just saying, like, how often do you think he hears that? And how often do you think he wants to hear it? You know what I'm saying? Me, on the other hand, if you walked up to me and you said, fucking welcome back to Totes Ridge Let's Play.
Yeah, but what if people...
I'd high-five you, dude.
What if people had been saying that to you for, like, a decade?
A decade? Fuck that, dude.
A whole decade.
I'm gone in a decade, man. I'm in, like, Mexico.
Oh, really?
Yeah, dude.
Is that your 10-year plan?
Yeah, dude.
Step 1, get famous on the internet.
Step 2, fucking I'm in Mexico, man.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, like, maybe. But as of right now, dude, do it, dude.
Just do it.
Just say it to me, man. Do that or the fucking... Okay, I'm never gonna let this die, alright? We will, at some point, have a t-shirt that just says DIMP. Alright?
Do the DIMP.
Yeah. And we'll even have bumper stickers that say, like, you know... it's impossible to do a triple dimp.
You know,
you know, like double dimp maybe, but I can't. Sure, but I don't believe triple dimp. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
I mean, we proved that it's impossible to do a triple dimp.
Yeah, it is documented.
Yeah, exactly. But it's like, I don't know, man. I want to know that some of these things people actually enjoy, right? And then they're not just like when I say, "Welcome back to Totes Ridge Let's Play," they go, "Shut the fuck up, Nick."
Ah, fuck, you did it again.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, every time you say that, they just stop watching the episode.
Yeah, I'd like to think that, you know, someone finds me funny. You know, but what I'm saying, you sure as hell don't. Classic
What can I
Zane.
say? I don't actually have a sense of humor.
Yeah.
I based my entire personality off my observations of the human realm.
Yeah, he's a sociopath.
Yeah. What?
He's a sociopathic alien.
He's a sociopathic alien.
Dude, are all aliens sociopaths?
You said that as if you were saying it with air quotes, but you couldn't have been because you're holding the controller.
Yeah. Whoa, what?
Anyway, what is your question?
I don't think I said it like I was doing.
Yeah, you did too.
But my question is, aren't all aliens sociopathic?
Aren't?
Yeah.
How the fuck would I be able to answer that question?
Well, because think about it, right? So, an alien...
I think I see where you're going with this.
An alien is like... They're like looking at what humans do and trying to replicate that. Trying to pretend that they're human, act like human, you know?
Well...
That's what sociopaths do.
There's no guarantee that they didn't... Whatever alien finds us hasn't developed a very similar sense of personality and moral as humankind has developed over our many years of existence on this green planet.
Oh, fucking boring. Why don't you give me a good answer?
That was the good answer. Young man, you could stand to listen to some of your elders.
No, you know what I was thinking? That totally, like, if you couldn't tell, I got a little distracted while I was talking, and then into what you were saying, which kind of made me ignore what you were saying.
Oh, cool.
I realized that at one point, was it in the, like, last episode? Or the episode before that? I think it was in the episode before that one. I said that I was going to talk about something, and then I never talked about it.
You did. You didn't even talk... Great. Everybody listened to that episode and they were like, shit, I gotta wait for another whole fucking episode.
Yeah. So maybe I'll cut out the part where I said, "Oh, dude, I'm gonna bring that up."
Nope, you can't.
But I'll bring it up now.
Bring it up.
I'll just bring it up real quick,
Bring it out
real briefly. About Devil May Cry 1.
Okay.
In that game, so that game, the lore, is that it was supposed to be Devil May Resident Evil 4, and it was being directed by Hideki Kamiya.
Right.
And it was too actiony, and so instead of scrapping it, Shinji Mikami convinced Capcom to turn it into its own game and let Hideki Kamiya continue to work on it. Thus, Devil May Cry was born. However, during the development of Devil May Cry, his name was Tony Redgrave.
Tony Redgrave.
And you can actually even see this inscribed on his pistols, Ebony and Ivory, in Devil May Cry 1. I am almost positive that is not on his pistols in any other game. I think it was just an oversight. But he also, his original costume wasn't the red long like trench coat design. It was like a red vest. Or more like a red leather jacket with the arms rolled up.
Okay.
And you can see this in game. If you look at the upgrade menu. Because the upgrade menu, where it shows the moves, like if it, Stinger, right?
Yeah.
Well, it shows a little, like, behind the description of it, it shows a little image of Dante using Stinger. In every single one of those images for all of the upgrades for moves, he's still using that original costume.
Really?
Yeah. It's like they didn't have time to get new stills or something. Or maybe they just didn't care and didn't think anyone would notice. I noticed, motherfuckers. But that costume has never been in a Devil May Cry, which kind of pisses me off, right? It's like, come on! I mean, these enemies are in Devil May Cry 1. Why don't you give me that costume, dude? But they're way more annoying in this than they are in Devil May Cry 1, though, because in Devil May Cry 1, you've got the fucking shotgun, which is super overpowered. But here's another little fun fact about the name Tony Redgrave.
Okay, hit me.
That name happens to be the name of the location, the setting for Devil May Cry 5. Redgrave City.
Ah, okay.
Look at that little fun fact, little bringing it back around,
Yeah, bring it around town.
And guess what else?
What else?
I don't remember if it was the manga or the novelization or both. For Devil May Cry 1, that came out in tandem with the game's release. He uses an alias of the name Tony Redgrave.
Ah,
and,
cool.
And also, it's not canon at all.
Oh.
That he does that.
Oh.
Because you know what else isn't canon about that? The whole thing. Because if it was canon, Virgil would be a dude in a suit with fucking mummy wrapping around his head.
Why? What are you talking about?
That's the way he was drawn in the manga that was released alongside the original
that
Devil May
manga?
Cry. Yeah.
This is what Virgil is?
Yeah, none of it's canon.
Great.
And also, there's a character... Well, in the anime, he also uses that as an alias. I think it's honestly debatable. The anime is canon in some sense. But it's kind of debatable how canon it is. Because take, for instance... what is his name? Does it start with a D or starts with a? Maybe it starts with a B.
Dwight.
No.
Dwight.
No. He's in the Devil May Cry 5 trailer.
Barney.
No, I can't remember his name, but he's black in Devil May Cry 5.
Yeah.
He's a character from the anime who was introduced in the anime.
Oh, that guy.
But he's white and he's got like a fucking mustache instead of like a beard.
Huh.
That's because it's a different interpretation of the character,
okay.
Right? But answer me how the anime can be canon if the same character, which yes, he is the same character, they've confirmed that it's the same guy, can have two completely different appearances like that.
Well, maybe they'll explain it in 5.
But that's the thing, is I doubt they will.
Of course they will.
And so, for me, it's like, it's debatable how much of the anime is even canon, right? But the reason I bring this up, that's not for me.
Bring it up.
The reason I bring this up is because, here's another one. There's a character in Bayonetta, that is a journalist who uses the name Antonio Redgrave.
Antonio Redgrave.
And Hideki Kamiya actually said that, Tony Redgrave is the name of a journalist that Dante really respects. I could not find this information, by the way. Like, I couldn't find this anywhere.
Really?
Yeah. Now that what I just said didn't make sense, but it'll make sense in a second. But that's what I was told. And that Hideki Kamiya also confirmed via Twitter, meaning that this was, within the past however long Twitter is, had been around.
Yeah,
however long Twitter is.
However long Twitter is.
Yeah, that the Tony Redgrave that Dante looked up to, the journalist, is the same Antonio Redgrave that is in Bayonetta. And that, you know what else?
What else?
That Bayonetta is another game made by Capcom.
Of course.
And now I know what you're wondering, everybody. Nick, you're talking crazy right now. You've just created some weird alternate reality where Bayonetta and Devil May Cry are canonically linked together and they're also made by the same company. I got all of this information from the Did You Know Gaming about it. And I gotta say, guys, do some research.
Yeah,
because I looked at your sources that you included in the description. The Wikia does not count. Because Wikia's, like, give me a break. Find the actual interview.
They tell us that in middle school. You can't just use Wikia.
But it's like, find the actual interview that this is from. Again, they said that Tony Redgrave... I mean, the Capcom making Bayonetta, that's obviously false. Sega owns Bayonetta. Even still, actually. A lot of people don't know that because Nintendo publishes them now.
Sonic owns Bayonetta?
Yeah.
Huh.
Sega published the first Bayonetta. But they still own Bayonetta, the IP. And Platinum Games never did own it. I went backwards. But maybe they were, maybe they meant to say another Hideki Kamiya game or something, whatever, even though it literally takes 2 seconds to look that up and not. I mean, these things are scripted. But but the part that I have a problem with is the lack of clarification. Saying things like, guess what? This is factual, right? It's Did You Know Gaming. Come on, you can trust Did You Know Gaming, right?
Of course.
And what they're saying is that factually, Antonio Redgrave is the same character as Tony Redgrave. Let me tell you guys something. Hideki Kamiya no longer counts as the voice of God. Because Hideki Kamiya hasn't worked on any game since Devil May Cry 1. And so what Hideki Kamiya says on Twitter isn't to be trusted, right? Because canon has changed since then.
Right, okay.
And then the other thing... Oh, dude, I got it! Dude, that was just pure luck random. I was just choosing random directions and I got it. But the other thing, honestly, I was gonna look it up in between episodes or something, but
Don't got it.
You saw it here first, folks. Speed run. But the other thing is that you guys have to clarify when something is not canon anymore. Like the fucking goddamn manga where Virgil is a dude with a fucking mummy wrapped head. Like, come on.
Well, how did you?
If you're gonna say that's what?
How'd you find out that wasn't canon?
By the developer interviews, and then I think they might even say it in the art book, the 3142, The Art of Devil May Cry. Which is that's referencing the way the games are chronologically 3, 1, 4, 2.
I see.
Which now that 5 takes place after 2. Which they recently released a trailer, by the way, that makes me think that may not be the case. I still think it is the case, but, we'll have to wait and see. The fucking, that means that everyone says, Devil May Cry... Okay, hold on. I'll talk about this next time on Totally Original Let's Play. So, tell us down in the comments below, if you think I'm nitpicking, or if you think that I should be concerned that they're, you know, not specifying enough. And next time on Totally Original Let's Play, I promise I will talk about the thing that I was just about to say. It's not that big of a deal, so, you know, don't worry about it. Anyways.
Quit worrying about it so much.
Yeah, anyways, bye. Click on the left to see the next video in this series once it's uploaded.
Click on the right to see more videos like this.
And make sure you subscribe so that you get notified when we upload new videos. Make sure you tell your loved ones that you love them and your enemies that you hate them, because you never know when you're gonna die.